Hey, what's happening, Ranger fans? Welcome back to Power Rangers Legacy Wars, and it's time to look at a brand new character, which is out now. Well, now for you guys, a little earlier for us. It is the third in-space Ranger to appear in Power Rangers Legacy Wars.
In space!
And it is TJ Johnson!
Yay, the Blue Ranger in space!
The Blue Mega Ranger.
Woohoo!
Or Mega Blue, or In-Space Blue.
The whole team!
Not the whole team, we need 3 more members, but let's check out TJ Johnson, the Defender Common. Ooh. Theodore J. TJ Johnson was originally the brave and heroic Red Turbo Ranger, succeeding Tommy Oliver. When the battle against evil moved to the stars, TJ was given a new morpher and became the Blue Space Ranger.
Cool.
He was also given an ASTRO axe and became second in command of the Power Rangers in space.
Rangers in space.
He actually acts more like a leader in the show than Andros did, because, you know, the Red Ranger was kind of a solo person trying to find Zordon and company, whereas the Blue Ranger kept the original Turbo Rangers, you know, calm and collective so they could do their mission in saving the Earth.
So he was good at keeping the team together.
Yep.
Cool.
He kind of mirrored his counterpart from Mega Ranger, which was a show about teenagers, and it was actually kind of goofy, like the Sentai version of In Space.
Nice.
They're actually totally different shows. So, TJ's moveset, there is no shying around it. He does mirror some of the characters, but some of the other common characters do this, and it probably won't be the last time that we see something like this. Legendary and rare characters will always be show accurate, and, you know, Enway is still fine-tuning the character's assist, and I did talk to them about TJ's moves, which there isn't that many of them, to be honest. I mean, if you're going to release all the In-Space Rangers, which they should, the In-Space Rangers didn't really have a lot of signature moves because they didn't fully adapt Mega Ranger.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, it was incredibly violent, especially the Blue Ranger. Like, he would go right up against somebody with his Power Axe blaster, and he would shoot you in the gut.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, well, he has his Power Axe blaster right there.
He does have his Power Axe blaster. Like, one of his moves that they did have in the show was called the Cyclone Astro Axe, where he would spin like a figure skater in the air and then hit you, and also he would spin around and charge at you. That could be an assist in this game, which most of the assists have been show accurate for all the characters.
Oh, okay, cool.
But yeah, TJ's moves, a little bit like Zach, MPR, and Zane, like his Silverizer. And that move right there is, of course, Danny. But what they've made a little bit different with this character is his counter is actually pretty cool. So that's that nice little pop-up there. So if you have some fun assists, like we're using the In-Space Rangers, because, come on, it's great to have a whole team of Rangers. And based on the fact that this is the 20th anniversary, 2018 is the 20th anniversary of Power Rangers in Space,
wow.
I would love to see the 3 other Rangers make it into the game this year.
Yeah.
Whether they be commons or rares or whatever, I want to see Cassie, the Yellow Ranger, and Carlos. Ashley.
Right.
Ashley is the Yellow Ranger.
Oh, cool. So, can I ask a new question? So,
sure.
He was the, when he came on the scene, was he the leader then, or he just acted like a leader? He
was the leader of the Earth Power Rangers. They lost their powers, and they decided... See, at the end of Power Rangers and Turbo, the Turbo Rangers lose. So they lose all their powers, they climb into a spaceship, and they head out into space without their powers.
Oh my gosh!
To try and stop Divatox and the invading army of Astromeda.
Wow, that's pretty dramatic.
Yeah, it was pretty dramatic. TJ really stepped it up. He actually took it in stride when he became second in command, but like I said, during the show, he acted more like a leader than the other characters. And he's supposed to be a teenager. He's not even a guy in... a senior. I believe that they are freshmen in Power Rangers Turbo when they replace Tommy and company, and then by the time Power Ranger in Space, they're sophomores or juniors. So he has all this responsibility on his shoulder. It reminded me a lot of Jason.
But he took time for everybody to get everyone together.
But he also had like that big brother role. Where he
like
was
a big brother.
Really caring for his other Rangers.
So,
and
so TJ was kind of the same. Yeah.
It's not really TJ's fault because Power Rangers Turbo was based on a Sentai show that was a parody. Both Mega Ranger and I think it's Car Ranger is what it was. I believe, yeah, that's what it was. They were all parodies of Super Sentai. So, I mean, things where you would see TJ with a baseball bat, like hitting a monster and acting like very, you know, little kiddish. They were adapting it fully from Super Sentai. And Mega Ranger was a full-blown spoof of, like, not just Sentai, but they also spoofed Kamen Rider. In fact, one of the attacks that these characters had, I kid you not, is a Rider Punch and the Rider Chop. The little thing that you see on their head, which only activates when they morph, there are different things like cell phones, satellites, televisions, video game systems. It's supposed to be...
gosh.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like they're playing a video game almost when they transform. Their transformation is install, and then they would hit the 3-3-5 just like in space.
Their Kirito in VR or something like that.
Kind of, yeah. That's why the Blue Ranger would do some pretty extreme stuff, like Mega Blue, is because most of the monsters they were fighting, they didn't see them as other...
It was like they were in a virtual world.
Right,
like a video game world.
Most of TJ's movesets and the way that the people fought the monsters was not adapted in Saban's Power Rangers in Space. They changed it a lot.
Oh.
They made their own enemies, and only a handful of time do you see the Rangers fighting a different group of, like, putty monsters, because in the Sentai version, I watched some of it, because I was looking, I was like, it's kind of curious that they didn't adapt TJ's moveset from the show, but, like I said, the show was more based on storylines and characters than it was actual special moves, because they couldn't show it due to censorship.
Right, yeah, that his move was pretty, like, crazy.
Yeah, his moves were pretty dark. All of them there were. I saw all the original Rangers moves, and they even, like, censored the Red Ranger a little bit. Pretty extreme stuff. But his one move that TJ did do in the show, and again, he was supposed to be a teenager from Mega Ranger, he would spin around in a circle and come charging at you. So think of, like, Zane and Gold Ranger's rush in this game for an assist. That's kind of what Enway could do with the character if they wanted to. I kind of like being a Power Rangers consultant.
Oh, we could spin around in a circle and
He would spin around in a circle and charge at you with his axe spinning.
Oh, that's a good idea.
That was his only move, though, because the couple times that they did it in Mega Ranger, it was pretty violent.
Alright, that makes sense. It's kind of, yeah, so the Sentai moves that he had were, too violent.
Yeah, Power Rangers in Space was half adaptation, like actual Japanese footage, and half, like, brand new footage. Because they didn't really go to space in the other show. You know, they were on Earth, so... Their suits kind of looked like awesome space suits. I love the suits.
Yeah, their suits do look like space suits. I love the outfits. So the virtuals thing, is that visor, or it's the top of the head that kind of makes the virtual?
Well, when they would win, when they would beat an enemy, like, stuff would display on the screen that says Mega Ranger wins, like when they destroy an enemy.
Oh, wow.
So it was like they were in a video game,
It's like they're in a game, so he would be in a game within a game right now.
But they did their best to, like, censor out, like, the really goofy things that would display on their helmets.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I get you.
Because I don't even think in America they had cell phones at the point of the show.
They didn't adapt Train Ranger, did they?
No.
Okay.
I wish they did, though.
Yeah, I know, because that one was...
But no, TJ's going to be really easy for you guys to get because he is a common. And, you know, if there's a lot of support for TJ... And Saban, you know, trying to cash in on that 20th anniversary of In Space for the 25th anniversary of MPR, it's possible that Ashley, Cassie, and Carlos could make it in the game in some capacity. So that would make it the third full Ranger team in this game.
That would be awesome.
Because only the movie Rangers and MMPR are a full team in this game.
Yeah, I like the dark blue suit though. It looks really good against the gold. He looks really awesome.
Yeah, I mean he's a fun character to play. This is a really OP character for a common, and he would actually go pretty well toe to toe against a lot of legendaries, especially with his counter move and his basically Danny knockout move.
Yeah.
Because you could pop somebody up like that and then go right into his, like, ASTRO combo thing, and you do some serious damage.
Cool.
So, something to keep in mind.
Nice. Well, it's cool to see him there with the red Ranger in Space and the silver Ranger.
Yep.
I remember doing both of those ones.
Yep, we did. We did Andros earlier this year, and now we're doing TJ. I hope in a couple months we end up doing Cassie, Because if they're going to do the whole clone route, you could just, like, basically, just spitballing here, Cassie could use MPR Jason's assist blaster thing, because she has a satellite stunner, which all they would have to do is add, like, some weird satellite effects to the, like, little rings or something to shoot.
Oh,
and then
right.
just do a couple, like, punches, kicks. Same thing with Ashley. Ashley uses a slingshot. So, I mean, take another character that has a slingshot or a bow in this game, there's your moveset. You know, so it's a lot of ideas, anyway. I mean, feel free to borrow some. Carlos uses a staff to hit people, you know, get a bow character. There you go, boom.
Yeah,
all in space.
I'd love to see that spinny move where he spins and charges that way.
Oh, the Cyclone Astro, I forget what he calls it.
Definitely. So would you say he's one of the most popular
TJ?
Rangers on that Power Rangers in space? Or would
TJ saved the Power Rangers franchise. The actor did.
Oh, wow.
The new cast of Power Rangers, minus Justin, saved Power Rangers, and that's why we got Power Rangers in Space, which was going to be the finale of the franchise.
Wow.
The ratings were so high for In Space that Power Rangers survived to this day. Well,
wow, so thank
mostly.
you, TJ, who
Yep.
saved the Power Rangers franchise.
But anyway, guys and gals, that does it for the Blue In Space Ranger, coming very soon, this Friday. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and join us for our TJ stream when the character releases. Until we meet again, God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!